Hello Victorians, I'm going to show you how to conquer Mexico as quickly as possible. If this video helps you, please like it and don't subscribe to me. Conquering Mexico could sometimes take a long time, but I figured out a way to do it quickly. Alright, so I'm going to show you the first couple steps that I do in order to make that happen. First off is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go establish a colony everywhere that I'm allowed to in North America. Then we're going to go ahead and talk to some of our rivals like France. So we're going to talk with the French, and we're going to improve relations with them. All right, and I'm going to bankroll France. They're the ones that are most likely to attack me if once I start going after Mexico. So I'm going to bankroll them, and then I'm also going to improve relations with Great Britain. Okay, and apparently I thought I can get a trade agreement. Sometimes it's available, sometimes it's not. It's not this time though. No big deal. So let's go ahead and go to Spain and improve relations there as well. Okay, so getting all these three countries out of my way for when I go after Mexico. All right, so let's go to technology next. We're going to go to our military. I want the electric telegraph to reduce war exhaustion. So we're going to get logistics first, and then we're going to get the telegraph. All right, so my first thing I'm building is a bunch of construction centers, and I'm building it up the Mississippi River because the Mississippi River has very high infrastructure. So I'm going to be building a lot of my logging camps and a lot of, just farms in that area, especially cotton and tobacco especially, because actually we are going to go to our budget and we are going to bump that up to the second highest, and then we're going to lower our government. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build a bunch of barrackses all along the coast here. Okay. I'm going to build some in New York and around this area too. One thing I'm going to do just to kind of lower the chance of a civil war is I'm going to give people guaranteed liberties. All right. We cannot have a revolution while we're trying to take over Mexico. We got to avoid it at all costs. I'm going to wait until the French are around 50. Make sure they like us, and then I'm going to go after Mexico. I'm going to continue actually to build up my barracks because why not? You will eventually need it. All right, if you're going to start warring and start conquering, and also keep in mind, barracks are much cheaper than conscripting just civilians to take on Mexico. I'm still probably going to conscript, but it makes it all cheaper in the end. One thing I actually also forgot to do, I can't believe I forgot to do this, make sure you add some consumption taxes. Do it to services and to tobacco. All right? I actually have enough authority to do it again. So if you have enough authority, go ahead and hit it with something else. All right? That's going to help fund your war. All right. So I think the French like me enough. I'm going to go ahead and make a diplomatic play. We're going to make Mexico our dominion. All right. France will side with the enemy still? Come on now. There's no way. I'm bankrolling you, buddy. How much longer? Let's just let France get a little bit higher. Make sure that they like us enough. Alright, France might attack us anyway. Let's see. I hope not. Alright, looks like I'm able to sway France away, so I'm going to wait to the second phase of the war gathering. I'm going to go ahead and get all my troops over there to chill at the border. Alright, so we're going to offer an obligation to France. Now they will go ahead and leave us alone. This should leave Mexico with no choice but to fight us. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and conscript a bunch of soldiers from all over the coast. And we're going to just go at them with everything we got and finish this quickly. Looks like we started the war and France is on our side. Even though France is on our side now, it'd probably be a good time to stop bankrolling them. They don't need our money. Let's go ahead and take it back. They're not in war with us, so that's a good thing. All right, the war is going pretty good. I finally researched the technology. I can finally get telegraph to reduce war exhaustion, which is good because I'm going to have to go with war with Mexico a second time after we are done here. I'm already taking them out pretty quickly. Luckily, I got a lot of money from them since I stopped bankrolling France. Texas also just joined us a little late. I forgot to improve relations with them in order to get them to join us, but doesn't matter anyway. We are now rolling through. All right, so we now are allowed to ban slavery, so I'm going to go ahead and get that done right away. We're still warring with Mexico as we speak. All right. So now we have taken over Mexico. They are a subject to us. All right. Took a little longer than I was expecting, only because of New Granada decided to join in and slowed the process down. Realistically, I should have built more of a navy, and then I could have sent some troops over there to scare them. And if you send troops over there once or twice, sometimes they'll back down faster. Anyways, so now Mexico is mine. Now they'll have a peace treaty with us till March 1845. All right, so you gotta wait 5 years after attacking them in order to fully annex them. And in that time, you got to make sure to keep France under control. So make sure you go over to France, you go over to Britain, and you go in there and you make sure that they are happy with you and they're your friends, or they're going to make things a lot worse. I'm going to spend the next 5 years improving my infrastructure and improving my markets and avoiding revolution. And if I'm able to do that, we're going to attack Mexico again. So I'm not going to really show you too much about how I'm going to do that because each gameplay is going to be different. We're just going to come back once I'm able to attack Mexico again. All right, while we're waiting for a chance to annex Mexico, we got to work on something else. So we need to map the American Western frontier. This is how we're going to get Washington State and Idaho and Oregon without war. All right, so we are going to, we got to have interest in Pacific Coast, which we get that in the beginning of the game. We need to be at peace. We need to have research quarantine, and we need to have at least 3 American characters, okay? Got to have a general, got to have an admiral, all right? So that's easy. That's all stuff you have already except for the quarantine. Am I saying that properly? Let me see.
Quinine.
Quinine? Quinine. Okay, I wasn't saying it right. Whatever. Anyways, so let's go ahead and go to our technology tree and let's find this quinine. All right, it's in society. All right, it's right here. Okay, so what do we need in order to get it? We need some pharmaceuticals. Do we need anything else? Nope, just the pharmaceuticals. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start working on that right away. All right, so we just finished the pharmaceuticals, so now we can get the quinine, and we can start the Western Front once that is finished. All right, it's time. I can finally annex Mexico. It's been 5 years since I've attacked them before, so we're going to go ahead and go to our diplomatic place. We're going to go to annex subject. We're going to go to Mexico. All right, and now we have a good chance that Britain's going to be our ally because I did sign a defensive pact with them. Mexico has no infrastructure. We are a little worried about Russia attacking as well as France. I doubt that's going to be the case, but I guess we will see, won't we? It's hard to get, it's hard to get just a one-way war with these guys without other nations getting involved. Anyway, so let's go ahead and we're just going to throw all our military in there. I'm going to go ahead and conscript a few just to get things going quickly. Oh, geez, come on. There we go. Mobilize. And then mobilize. All right, then we're going to go to our conscriptions. And we're going to conscript all along the coast again. All right. Let's just get everybody involved. This is a big war. This is going to be a big deal. I want Mexico to be shaking in their boots when our army rolls up. Okay. Boom. They just gave up. They didn't even fight me. All right. So now Mexico is fully part of America. And if you want, you could just liberate them. And if you don't want Mexico to be part of America, but there's a ton of gold at mines in Mexico. So yeah, I would keep them just for the gold. I know this isn't really a full modern map because you got a little bit more than you're bargained for. You control all of Mexico now and all their gold. It's always nice when they just give up. I think the reason why they gave up is because Britain was on my side. So if you can, form an alliance with Britain, and that will make things a lot easier. This video here will show you 3 ways to increase your standard of living. It's very important to understand that in this game. If this video helped you, please like it and don't subscribe to me.